Hello, hello, hello. How do we remove this? Okay. Hi. Since y'all have been complaining, I thought I'd start early because you guys can't wait. What is this? You guys will have like a senior's home bedtime. So here we are. Yes, I am alive and I am live. I said it at like 8:15. It's not even 8:15 yet, guys. And you're just complaining about it. That's all right. Hi, how are you? What's everyone wearing for the day? Please drop me your scent of the day. The children that got into a fight already in the comments. That's all right. And drop me your scent of the day. Tell me what you're wearing. Like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. I don't know. All that good things. Oh God, you guys. I'm pretty sure Rich is already asleep. Pearlie is probably listening in on mute. Who else is here? There's Moose. Hi, Moose. Germs is here fighting with RN. Well, it's good. The whole family is here. We can fight. So, since I have been hearing like the Diptyque thing like all these days, like everyone seems to be talking about it, it's like, may as well. Let me talk about it as well. Oh, Frappin 2078? Is there 2078 or 2070? I thought it was a 2070 Extreme, and yeah. Anyways, so now talking about Diptyque, I didn't know about this this house or anything about it until like really it's like 2021 probably, yeah. 2021 I got to know the house. Like I started by Eau Duelle. Like obviously everyone is like it was a really high vanilla times. Scent of the day, Guerlain Bois Mysterio, Saint Fume says. All right. All families are dysfunctional. Yes, 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 yes. So Eau Duelle at the time was really, really famous, like the EDT, especially that it had the, had a little bit of a green vanilla. I think that's what everyone was going for. I bought my EDP of Eau Duelle then, and wasn't really didn't try anything else until later. I think was on my trip to Toronto and I did smell a few of the fragrances at, I think it's Holton Renfrews that they have it, and I was quite fond of it. And then I came across, and someone talked to me about a friend of mine that I had gone to visit in Toronto sold me Opsis, which is the Harrods exclusive. And I was like, well, let me look at this house. I kind of like the bottles. Hi, Dahlia. How are you? Hi, Scent Fumes. And that was it. So I have tried, like every time I go to store, I tried them, but some of them are absolutely a no-no. Like one of them is like what's called Oud Paleo or something. That is an absolute no and stink. I also have a difficult time with smelling the Diptyque fragrances after I've gone and shopped elsewhere. So if I go to the Toronto Yorkdale Mall and I'm like, I've sniffed all the perfumes all over the place, and I go to the store, I can't smell anything inside the store. So it just becomes a little bit, I have to make sure that it's the first stand that I'm smelling things at. You've only smelled Diptyque candles. Yeah, Diptyque candles are really good. Like I really, really like the Benjoin candle from them. And I know Rich likes Cafe. I'm curious about a few of them, but we shall see. I didn't know. I didn't even know that the house was so old, like in terms of like how long they have been around. Not so old that like, Guerlain or like 1800s, but they have been around for a while. So apparently, the three of them, that picture that you saw at the beginning, let me see if I can put it back on. Hold on, let me see. How do we do this? Not that. So the three artists that started the brand started it in let's see about the brand, the heritage. I think it's about 1961. Here, the article. Yeah. So Desmond is a painter, a graduate of École de Beaux-Arts, the Paris School of Fine Art. Christian is an interior architect trained at French National School of Decorative Arts, and an accomplished artist. The other has a passion for craftsmanship. So what's the name of the other one? Anyways, and then they cross path with Yves Coussalon or something. And I think they opened their store in 1961. And they have been around, and I think they made like candles like shortly after start of the business. Yeah, this says 5 years later, Diptyque continued its olfactory explorations when it released its first Eau Duelle. And it came from a recipe from 16th century containing cinnamon, rose, clove, geranium, and sandalwood. I wonder what's that recipe anyway. And basically, the house is all about, like, a lot of, when you look at their website, there's a lot of emphasis on traveling. Like, there's a olfactive journey and graphic arts. And when you look at the bottles that comes across, hey Caboose, like, for example, like, you look at each bottle. This is a bottle of Fleur de Peau. What the F happened to the label? But anyways, back of the label, there's like arts like that, and it's apparently about a travel and like some sort of graphic arts. There are some limited releases from them. There's like this red juice from them that I can't remember which one it is. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, I think it's about a scent. It's an incense scent, and it has a beetroot note in it. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Yeah, it's Kyoto. It's called Kyoto Diptyque, and it was a limited release, and I never got my hands on it, and it's like so expensive to get one. So, but I'm always curious about that one if I ever get my hands on it, or see it for sale for a reasonable price. But it's a rose fragrance, so that's why I kind of hesitated to get it, because I'm not really big on rose. So anyways, they have limited editions, and this year's limited edition bottle is Orpheon, apparently, which was a nightclub in Paris in 1960s, apparently. I didn't know that either. So I wonder if all these names are related to certain places, since they are all about travel and graphic arts. So have you guys tried any Diptyque fragrances? Yeah, I know. Any Diptyque fragrances? Do you like any of them? Drop me your favorites. Yeah, Fleur de Peau is very nice. Yes. And Diptyque has a huge market in Asian countries, especially the countries that, like, people don't wear, like, scents that wilts the flowers in a kilometer radius. Asian culture is a huge one. Like, they buy, and even here in Canada, when you have a Diptyque, the Asian market is big on buying Diptyque and Byredo. Like, so those two brands that they really like. You've tried the mint one. Smells like, yeah, I've heard though the mint is not that great, but I've never smelled that one. From the sounds of it, I should like Tamdao, but I think it's Tamdao has amberwood in it, and probably that's why I didn't like it. I'm not 100% sure. They came up with the essences, I think, and they had, like, last year they released 4 essences, and none of them really impressed me. So I kind of just bye. But anyway, so let's start by one that it's kind of unicorn because of the bottle. So the one that I actually got this one on eBay. It's called Benjoin Boheme. And this is the only bottle I think that, or maybe there are some other bottles that look like this in not exactly like this, but in this format. So Benjoin Boheme now comes exactly in these shape of bottles, and I think the label is gold like Opsis. So Opsis label is gold like this. I had that bottle. I had a Benjoin Boheme in that kind of newer format. I sold it. To be honest, it smells the same to me to the older one. I'd rather hold on to the older one. I know there's a big hype about the old format and that it's much better. To me, it wasn't that much like that wasn't that much difference, but it is a very nice fragrance. As I said, most of the Diptyque fragrances aren't the ones that they're gonna be famous for um, their longevity for sillage wise. Like they have a personal scent bubble, but it's not like gonna be big fragrances. Other than Eau Duelle, I think you can smell that from a kilometer. But anyway, so Benjoin Boheme was launched in 2015. I think it was probably beginning of 2024 or 2023 that they changed to the like a regular bottle. Some stores do still have this bottle. This bottle looks nice from like when you look at it in like on a picture and things like that. You're like, ooh, it's kind of looks nice, but the cap is like plastic cheap, and it's like I don't you could have spent a little bit more money on that, and the sprayer could have been better. It's nothing really special. I mean, I would say don't chase it. Benjoin Boheme itself, though, like the scent wise, I quite like it. And let's see, the notes on it are, I know, vanilla. What else is there? So the benzoin, actually, there's no vanilla that is mentioned in Benjoin Boheme. It's mostly benzoin, sandalwood, styrax, Indonesian patchouli leaf, and angelica. Cheap is cheap. There's a unicorn bottle of Gravitas Barome. It has a Robocop head. Well, Robocop was my favorite movie to watch. I loved Robocop. I probably have watched that movie like a gazillion times. Yeah. So it's a gorgeous, like benzoin, that kind of benzoin styrax, patchouli underlying, but not dirty patchouli. It's a nice patchouli, angelica, and it's a little bit powdery. I think that's coming from the sandalwood. This one has a good longevity sillage. Oh, let me just, the microphone is on. Yes, it is. And this one is not bad in terms of longevity and sillage. It is, it's a little bit stronger than other ones that in line that I would mention, like Orpheon or Opsis even, or Fleur de Peau. Because the notes are so resinous, right? Like, so I could see that. And in comparison, they compared it to People and Fragrantica. I think they compared it to let's see, one bottle that I also have, and I think they are actually similar. And if I can find it. Oh, look, I think that oh yes, Ambre Nepal from Profumo di Firenze, and it's still they are quite similar. And Ambre Nepal, Profumo di Firenze, it's not expensive at all. It's that brand is cheap. In fact, they're comparable. Yes, Paroli, you're always absent, always miss stuff. So there's that. So Benjoin Boheme would last me a good, like when I come home, like I usually spray my fragrances around 6 a.m. and by the time I come home, around probably like around 5, and then I can still smell it and up to a little bit after dinner. So it's pretty good for longevity. Then what do we have here? Then the next one I have is, let's see, go by order. Next one I'm going to do is Orpheon, which is now, if you look at the website, there is this kind of blue inside of it is blue. Apparently this year's kind of limited release, and they're saying that they're honoring the Orpheon. To honor the Orpheon nightclub in Paris. So there's that. That's the, well, let me see what, no, well, Benjoin Boheme didn't have anything, but this is the painting inside of it. So I don't know what that represents or if it does have any significance, but that's how it looks like. This one is EDP, right? Because a lot of them come in EDP and EDT. To be honest, I'm not sure if it comes in EDT formulation, but it is what it is. I quite like this one. This is very inoffensive to me, and like if you want to wear it to places that you're not really supposed to be wearing and just do a couple of sprays, it's barely anyone would notice you're wearing a perfume, to be honest, even though it's classified as a woody chypre fragrance. And nose behind it is Olivier Pichot. I don't know how you say that. It's 2021. The notes are juniper berries, jasmine, powdery notes, cedar, and tonka bean. I don't recall getting a huge jasmine out of this. If there is any, it's quite subtle. Not, yeah. But I do actually smell it right now. It's a little bit more floral than it used to be. That I use. I am used to smell on myself. But quite nice, and I'm getting like a little bit of the more fresh notes on the top, like the juniper berries are coming across a lot more. Boy, sometimes when you haven't smelled something in so long, you kind of forget how it smells. Like there are certain things that I don't, but like there's some fragrances that hard for me to recall, especially at the size of collection that we have. Ooh, this is good. This is very, very good. And in fact, it would be a very nice one for me anyways, for like spring comes to early summer. This would be really, really nice. That juniper berries makes it really fresh on the top, and the jasmine with the lip of florals is not really thick and heavy for the tonka bean and cedar powdery notes, and is not sweet by, yeah, not really sweet, like in that really suffocating in the heat. So this one performs well. I think Orpheon would last usually the workday for me. But I've never like had anyone complain about it. But I don't also like spray a lot of it. So that's one of the places that I go with this one. So I should actually wear more of this, like all my other fragrances. So the next one, so this year's bottle is quite nice. Yeah, I don't even know if I can show this year's bottle. It's quite nice. If you want to get one on their website, it's like blue in the middle. It's quite nice this year's. And let's see, new and trending. And oh, yeah. So they have, oh, look, it's just they have the whole site. And if you go to the website, and they have their whole kind of introduction of the Orpheon. I'm just going to drop the link in here if it's possible to make it linkable. All right, so I think everybody fell asleep. Good. Oh, geez. Why is it showing up in like 100 comments? Oh, I don't know if it shows up properly. Anyways, so that's Orpheon for you. The next one is Opsis. I think it's called Opsis. And Opsis is is this a virus? Yeah, it is me. Me, the virus. Opsis, a floral fragrance for women and men. A new fragrance was launched in, well, it's not really new, but it was launched in 2022. It doesn't say the name of the perfumer. And of course, like I bought it for such a good price for Opsis that this is usually, they are the exclusives. You have to buy like at their retail price. I don't even know how much is the retail price for these things. Like, hold on, let me see. Let's say Opsis for Diptyque. You could ban me, but there will be nobody to talk to. So Opsis still available on Harrods website, and it is $265, like US dollars. I think I got it for half of that, if that, half of that price. Really, really good price. A good friend of mine. And this is, looking at the notes right away, I was like, yes, I do want this. And the notes are olibanum, bergamot, iris, and musk. So, you know how I love iris. Oh, so good. No, I don't. It's just I inhaled some right directly into my throat. So this is an Eau de Parfum version, and it is quite powdery and musky iris. I don't get a lot of florals out of this. This could be your skin by better scent. Like it could be one of those things that your skin by better scent, and I quite like that because there's a place and time for that. And here, back of it is this, which I don't know what that is. And that's the front of the label, saying Opsis. You guys, you should know that these bottles are getting faked really, really, like a lot of it. There's like, if you look on AliExpress, there's like all these bottles in all sorts of sizes and formats are available. I don't know what fakes are doing for terms of the sticker on it, because that's quite elaborate, but the bottles itself are available. So in even like platforms like AliExpress. Opsis has a personal scent bubble. Like, I wouldn't say it's something that you would be smelling it 10 hours later. It's usually by like, if I'm like spraying it in like around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, by 2, 3, I would need to refresh it on me anyway. So that's how, but again, there's a time and place for those fragrances. So I quite like that one. And scent wise, is this the one that is close to, oh, look at this. You know, comparisons on fragrance, because it kind of smells like a little bit like Gaiac 10. No, Gaiac 10 is very barbecue sauce on me. Sandalwood and oak from Scents of Wood, I've never smelled that one. And Bois d'Argent, no. They have nothing in common, really. This is much more powdery and musky than Bois d'Argent is. Looking at the next one. Next one online is Eau Duelle. So Eau Duelle comes in EDT and EDP. When I got to know it, the whole hype was about the EDT. It's a green vanilla, and I don't know why I bought an EDP. And I'm happy with the choice that I made. I mean, I think I've had a sample of the EDT, and I prefer this one over that. So I'm happy with the choice that I made. I think I bought this from Fragrance Buy. And this is how the back of the bottle is like. So it looks like a, I don't know, like a Russian castle in some ways. And that is the front as well. And again, nothing mind-blowing, I think, the Eau Duelle, but it is a nice vanilla. The notes are vanilla bourbon, incense, cypriol, and pink pepper. This is so nice. I like how kind of like the incense in it just gives a little bit of a fresh, spicy vibe into it with the cypriol oil, and then vanilla kind of smoothens it up. It says powdery, but it's not too powdery to me. It's not too sweet to me at all. A little bit sweetness, I would say, from the vanilla, but that's what about it. It's very nice one. I would say this would be a good one for spring, beginning of summer, and fall even. I don't know if it would be like a winter fragrance. Like, I don't get that kind of resinous quality that I want for my winter frag. Like, and I need to be there. Maybe it will work. I just don't know. So this is a nice one, and they all come in. I think these ones come in 75 mils and 30 mls, if I'm not wrong. I'm making that up. Let's look. I think they come in close. Let's just. I think they come in 2 formats now. I can't remember if it's 50 ml and 75 ml, or is it Oh, look, like the Orpheon Eau de Parfum at 75 ml is $185 for this special edition. And also it comes also in 30 ml, that's $94. Yeah, it seems like they come in 30 ml and 75 ml, not 50 ml, which makes sense. Yeah, right. Oh, but then there are some stuff that are 50 ml and 100 ml. Interesting. So I guess the eau de toilettes come in 150. Oh, I see. Opsis. It's called Opsis, not sepsis. Sepsis is, I'm not going to say it. Where did it go? Where did I even put the bottle? It just disappeared from my hand. No, it's here. Here, that's the name of it. Sepsis. And so I think probably what happens is that the EDTs are coming at 50 ml and 100 ml, and EDPs are coming at 75 and 30. That's probably what's going on. If you know it to not be correct, what I'm saying, please correct me in the comments when you're watching later. Then there is, what do we have here? We have, and that was Eau Duelle. Next one I have is Volutes. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, but I'm gonna say it that way anyways. And that's this one. Volutes. I have EDP format. I know Rich has EDT and he really likes his EDT, but I have my EDP and I like my EDP. I've never actually smelled EDT. It seems like EDT has been discontinued and are not available anymore. Yeah, the names are strange, and I wonder if it's the names of the places, like that, you know, like Orpheon being name of the club or something. Let me see, like Volutes, what does it mean? Volutes meaning architecture. It means architecture. A spiral scroll characteristic of iconic capitals and also used in Corinthian and in composite capitals. All right. Yeah, interesting names that they have. So Volutes was released in 2012. So it's one of the older ones, really. It's been around for now 13 years. The nose behind it is Fabrice Pellegrin. And I saw him on a few of the fragrances. The notes are tobacco, iris, honey, spices, and styrax. That cool stuff on top of old columns. Oh, I know. Darn it, where are my things? Yeah, my Persian things are other ways. Like, you know, like the ones on Persepolis, like the columns with the top of the column being like a head of an animal or something. Is that what you mean? Have you talked about Philosophes yet? I have samples of EDP and EDT coming to me. I'm personally full size of Eau Papier and one of these dependent on what. So Philosophes, I do not like at all. Like, I'm not a fig person, especially like a milky fig is not my thing. I had Philosophes. I think I had Philosophes EDP and I sold it. I am a wrong person to ask about Philosophes, but I know people who love fig like Philosophes. We haven't talked about Eau Papier. That's coming. So Volutes, the notes are tobacco, iris, honey, spices, and styrax. Like, what is there to not like? This is gorgeous fall, spring, fall, and winter fragrance. I should put this out and spray it more. Oh, so good. The tobacco is not very smoky. It is more tobacco-y than like smoke. And you don't get a lot of smoke note in there. So tobacco and iris and some spices with styrax is just so beautiful. Probably you can pay me and I will, since you have emptied my bank account, I can send you a sample. And what is it compared to? Like, let me see what people are saying in terms of what it's compared to. I bet people said it's more masculine. Is it? let's see, what did people say? Yeah, and no, they said more unisex. Oh, that's interesting. So, and people compared it to Turkey. I think Turkey is a little bit darker than this, a little bit more. Um, how can I say? Turkey is darker than this. Tobacco is a little bit smoky in Turkey, comparing to this one. It's not as a smooth. Turkey can be a handful, but it's beautiful anyways. And then the other thing that they've compared it is Tabak Exquise from Caron. Well, each has their own place in germs. I don't know if it's one is better than the other, but the next fragrance that I have is the next fragrance that is here. It's called, I'm trying to make my influencer voice. It's called Eau de Papier. Just joking. I should not be doing this. It's called, so Eau de Papier came in, I don't know what year was Eau de Papier, and this was like a 1 year they made this like a, they made this as in a special edition and for Eau de Papier. It came in 2018, but I think in, God, I don't know, one of these years, okay, one of these years they made this special edition one. I think it was like 2023 or 2024. Guys behave in the chat. I don't really want to crack and laugh in here. Anyway, so no, it's not 2018. What am I looking at? I'm actually looking at something else. I am looking at something else. This is what we're talking about. This came in 2023. Yes. So, and then they had the special edition. So interestingly enough, which one is this? Is it EDT or EDP? God, the problems of not having your eyes on you. This might be an EDT because it is 100 ml. So most likely it is an EDT. Yes, it is an EDT. So it is an EDT. Interestingly, when you look at their labels, oh, okay. So when you're looking at I just noticed that the difference. So when you're looking at the EDP, the name of the fragrance here is in the label, and there's the design in the back. Then you look at the Eau de Papier, the name of the fragrance is here on this side, and the label is in the back side. So the name is not on the label here. So interesting. What would be the best diptyque for a Snoop Dogg concert? If it is good for Snoop Dogg, it is good for you, probably. I don't know. That would be probably Tam Dao. That smells like shit. So I think Snoop Dogg would like that, since it kind of smells like shit. All right. All right. So these bottles are, you see how they are bigger than these bottles, a little bit bigger. So this is 100 ml and this is 75 ml. And I am not sure if I want to keep this. And the nose behind it is Fabrice Pellegrin. And guys behave in the chat. And the notes are, I think this is the mimosa that makes me always wonder, like, do I want this or not? So there's musk, white musk, sesame, mimosa, and woody notes. I have like a kind of love and hate relationship with mimosa. So one of my favorite fragrances from Henri Jacques is called Ferzia, and I think Ferzia has mimosa, and it just I was twisted at the store. I wanted to get it, but then there was mimosa, and I didn't like it. Just didn't like that note, and my nose kept picking that note up, and I was like, I don't want to spend so much money on something that has this one note that's pissing me off, and the rest of it is beautiful. So I don't know. This is very, like, this is a hype. Like people want this, and I don't know why. Like, comparing to the other ones, would this be more preferable? But I could see it's kind of like really inoffensive fragrance, if you want to say. And I'm not sure if I want to keep it. I may sell this one, or I don't know. I may sell this one. So again, it's nothing wrong with it. If you don't have problems with, yeah, it's a Eau Papier. If you don't have problems with mimosa, you may have no problems with the fragrance, but just mimosa and me don't get along. I know I will sell probably. One that I kind of skipped is the name of the fragrance is Fleur de Peau by Diptyque, and that was released in 2018. Fleur de Peau, where are you? Introduce yourself. Oh, see. In 2018, nose behind it is Olivier Péchot. I think it was another. It was in another fragrance as well. And then the notes in this one is actually comparing to other fragrances in the Diptyque line that I like. There's a lot more notes in this one than others, and kind of it does remind me of Chanel notes a little bit, and it does remind me of a little bit of like some Roja in maybe older Guerlains. The top notes are aldehydes, pink pepper, angelica, bergamot, iris, Turkish rose, musk, ambrette, carrot, ambergris, sandalwood, leather, and amberwood in the base, surprisingly. I've only tried the EDP, but it's so good. Yeah, I don't know if the Germs, are you talking about Fleur de Peau, or are you talking about the Eau Papier? I don't know. You hate Angelica. I'm sure the feelings are mutual. I probably won't reach him. I no, probably didn't. He's probably asleep. What brokerage? The fork ones? Oh, this is so good. I love the aldehydes, like all that. There's that burst of aldehydes and that freshness with the pink pepper, and then comes iris and a Turkish rose. Angelica is probably my top 3 favorite notes. Guys, like get to fight. How about like Germs, Peroli, and RN? Just go at it in the comments. All right. Best Diptyque for Snoop Dogg concert would be Tempo or Oud Paleo. See? He knows. Or, Oud Paleo is absolutely is the one, because you won't be able to know what shit smells like shit. This is so good. Damn it. Like, I used to think that I liked the Opsis the most, but this might be there might be a shift in ideas. So this also lasts quite a bit. Like, given that it has a lot of like aldehyde usually fizzle out like throughout the life of the fragrance, but it does stay around on my skin for quite a while. But again, it settles down quite nicely, and it's not something that like everyone would know that is it's a fragrance. It's kind of I feel like at middle stages, and the end it comes your skin by better scent. The next one, so which was apparently the address of the first store. Like, so the first store that they had was on 34 Boulevard Saint-Germain in 5e arrondissement in Quartier Latin in Paris. And that's the address of the place. And this bottle comes differently. Yes, you want to try that too. Yes, pay me some moolah and you'll try. So yeah, no money, more juice. And so that's 34 Saint Germain, and this kind of the cap is so it's really pretty. Cinderella's. He does. All right, don't encourage him. Really. So this one came, actually a friend of mine just reminded me that this came on Fragbuy like for like 3 seconds on restock, so I got it. I have not tried the EDT version of this. Every time I've gone to store, I sprayed this and I liked it, but I never actually ended up buying it. But then it was on Fragrance Buy, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, I want it. it is a gorgeous fragrance. This has a little bit more punch to it. Oh, did he die? Oh, I didn't know he has so the perfumer of this one is also Olivier Péchaud, and I didn't know he's died. The 31 is the one that I warmed to in the store. Yeah, just recently. Oh, that's sad. For every dollar has here. Oh, that is sad. But this is absolutely gorgeous. It's a chypre floral, and was launched in 2011. The notes, there's a bunch of notes. So there's like clove, cinnamon, blackcurrant, cardamom, fig leaf, pepper, green notes, citruses, geranium, iris, tuberose, violet, rose, woodsy notes, resin, and eucalyptus. So really off top, like that clove and cinnamon are there, but isn't really too sweet. And I can smell the cardamom. And the iris and violet and all the rest of the notes come later, like usually, and like after about an hour or two on my skin anyways. Péchaud made masterpieces for Diptyque and Ex Nihilo. Oh, interesting. What did he make for Ex Nihilo? Wonder if the Fleur Narcotique was his. Hold on, let me see. His picture here looks young. Like, did he die of natural causes? Oh, he was 57 when he died. Oh my goodness. He was 57. His fascination with sense and artistic expression prompted him to study as Sipsier. Yeah, so that's the perfumery school. Took him to starting in Bangkok. Interesting. Returning to Paris in 1992. So Annick Goutal. Oh, he was apparently with the house of Annick Goutal. Later moved to Kao Corporation in 1993. And then he became part of Givaudan in 1998. He then achieved the rank of master perfumer, scents for brands such as Dior, Montblanc, Armani, Valentino, Paco Rabanne, and Diptyque. Some of his most celebrated creations include Paco Rabanne 1 Million, Montblanc Explorer, Parfum de Marly, Herod. Oh, that's a nice one. Montblanc Legend, Versace Eros Flame, Yves Rocher Voile d'Ambre. She was celebrated for his passionate yet practical approach to perfume creation. His talent for sculpting raw material into exquisite scents, coupled with his ability to balance traditional techniques with contemporary innovations, set him apart in the industry. Interesting. Olfactory inspirations were significantly shaped by Asia, which kind of would go with the Diptyque brand and the whole philosophy on there. Let's see what. So Azaro Porom Intense in 2015. I've never smelled that one. I don't know what it smells like. Dior Higher. I've never smelled that one either. Boulevard Saint-Germain. Oh, he made Bois Corset? But didn't he die when he was... What happened? Oh, okay. So he probably started the formula. Bois Corset came out in 2024 in those essences bottle, but he probably started it, didn't finish, and because there's 2 perfumer listed for that. Eau Capitale is another one from this line. It's beautiful patchouli and rose, but like I don't need another patchouli and rose. I have a lot of patchouli and rose. Eau de Sang or Moheli, he made Fleur de Peau, he made L'Eau de l'Eau, L'Eau de Neroli, L'Eau de Taraco. What else? Orpheon is his, Vetiverio is from his, Tempo is. Then from other brands, he made the One Gold for Men. Let's see, anything that we know of. Amber Sky, Midnight Special, and Oud for Ex Nihilo. Fragrance de Bois, he made Oud Vert Intense. Oh, he made Mur Imperial for Armani. Interesting. Bunch of stuff for H&M and Jill Sanders and Kenzo. He made Kenzo Homme Eau de Parfum. What else? Orchidee, Paradise, Montblanc. Ah, interesting. Interesting. That's quite young. I hope it was. I don't know. I don't know. How can I say? I hope somebody's like death was easy. I'm not sure what to say, but that's quite young. He also made Soir de l'Orient for Sicily. What did he make? Yoji. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Interesting. Anyways, so this is also, it just packs a punch. If you like this, mostly would go fall and winter, like maybe cool spring, like ours, like when it's not over 10-15 degrees, this would be nice. So that's all for all the diptyque that I have. I don't have any other one. If I get my hands on Kyoto, I want to try Kyoto. If anyone knows where to get a sample of Kyoto or anything like that, just let me know. But I know it's long gone and it's quite expensive to get your hands on. That was it. Hope everybody had fun. If we don't have anything, we'll just that will be it. And we'll just say good night. What is it? Was it a boutique special? Let me see. I think Kyoto was a boutique special for Kyoto. Hold on. Let me see. Kyoto Diptyque. Maybe it is still in production. No, so I see Kyoto. It's interesting. I was on Holton Renfrew, so I don't think it's probably. No, it wasn't a boutique special. I still have on Holton Renfrew website for that. I don't know. Go for a couple hours more. Germs, I have a life. And I was interrogated by my little one for like 2 hours prior to this live on a world's political climate. Rich heard a little bit of it, so I'm like exhausted of answering those questions. So, like, try to explain what's happening in the world these days to a 4-year-old is not that easy, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. What did it say? It was a 60th anniversary one? Probably. Yeah. I know a friend of mine had it. I just don't know where she is now at the moment. But anyways, those are all my diptyques. I hope you all had fun and enjoyed the live. I totally ignored everyone on Instagram. That's all right. You take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Good night.